Hey everyone, this is Sandeep Das, and today I'll be covering containerizing a Node.js application in Docker, and then we'll be creating ECS cluster. We'll be uploading the image to ECR. We'll be using AWS ECR, a lot of stuffs. So let us go one by one, and I'll be covering everything. After completing this session, you should be able to upload your own application. You should be able to containerize your own application and upload in ECR, that is Amazon own container registry, and you should be able to run that image inside ECS. Now let's get started. Okay, first thing what I want you to do, click on the ECS, and there you will see in clusters, create a cluster. I'm showing you based on the ECS Linux networking with EC2 Linux. Okay, not the Forget one. Forget one will have one specific session later, but not today. And then click on next step. There we'll get cluster name. Let us give it sample Node.js Node app. Just for example, a cluster Node app cluster. Now here we'll go for on-demand instance, but it's good to know that if you're not running a mission critical application, you can be able to use spot instances. But now we will be using on-demand instance. For this, I'll be using a really small image, that is T2. Let's say for T3 small, just for example. Now, if you are not sure what machine type, what instance type to choose, just go directly to google.com, and here we'll go to AWS calculator. Monthly calculator will be much more easier, and there we go. We'll have this calculator. Now, where we are, check for the region. US is 2, that is, if I'm right, Ohio. Oh, one thing I forget, sample node app cluster. That is fine then. And here we can go to Ohio and try to add. See, here you will go and select what is the machine type you want, instance type you want to choose according to that. For now, suppose we are going for T3 small, that means we are getting 2 GB, 2 CPUs and 2 GB RAM. Okay, and you can just close there. You see the cost is only $15 per month. Okay, now we will go and create. Let's start with one instance, and I will be setting all the auto scaling and the capacity based, capacity rules, everything. Just wait. I don't need to do SSH, so I will not select SSH. But if you want, suppose, see, I already had some SSH keys, but if you want, you can go to EC2 console and create for you. Okay, but I don't need, so I will not create. I always suggest create new VPC always, and this security minimum rules 80. That is fine, and there you will get ECS instance role. Just select that, enable continuous, because I want to check all the logs in CloudWatch. Let's create. Okay, it will take some time and will get created. You will see it's creating all the VPC rules, all the auto scaling groups, everything for you. Just wait for some time. Till we're waiting, I wanted to cover one more thing, that I'm not using any my own Node.js application. Instead, Node.js have their own instruction for creating a sample hello world application. Okay, I'm using that only. So just I will give this URL in the description field. If you want to check, you can check. Also, I have given the sample code here in this Git repo. So I will give the reference of this repo also. So you will get the all ignore, git ignore, and docker ignore file as well. Okay. Now let's go to, yeah, since I think some more time. Let's upload the image by then, right? Now go. Now, if you are not sure about the Amazon ECR cost, always a good practice, go to Google and search for AWS ECR pricing. It's only $9.09 per GB, very less, right? Okay. Now come back to here. Let's give the sample node app. That's good. It's okay, all fine. Send scan to push the repository. So we created the repository. If you click here, click on the few push commands, and you will see all the code to log in, to build the image, and to upload in, first tag it and then upload it. Okay. Now, first thing is for us to build the application. I'm skipping this step, but we'll see it's fine. This previously I was testing. Let's build this. It will take some time. Oh, it's built, right? Sample Node.js a playlist. Now, before going for the next steps, you have to do the login. Okay. Now, if you try to go and log in, it may allow, because may I have the previous credential. But what I want is go to IAM, not my account. Just go to services, IAM. There we'll get the option to create a role. So not role, it's a, see, normally I will even suggest that create a EC2 instance, Amazon Linux instance, and there you just go upload the project and do all this kind of Docker stuff, upload the project and just stop the machine. But for now, since I'm showing you everything, let me go to users. Now click on add user. It's just give it name, ECR use access. Now I will not suggest that. Instead, I'm always saying that it's better to use EC2 instance and with a role access. But for now, this is, I'm just showing for demo, and then this is fine. Click on next permissions. Attach existing policies directly. I want to make this demo very quick, so I will go for Elastic Container Registry Full Access. What is that? Elastic Registry Amazon EC2 Container Registry Full Access. Okay. Let's go and add the user. Make sure you use this. Install the AWS CLI commands. If you're not sure where to go for, just go for AWS CLI, and you'll see installing AWS CLI here. All the instructions are here. You can just follow up and install. Okay, this is not that tough. You should be able to install it very quickly. Just follow up the instructions. Okay. Okay, these two versions, CLI1, CLI2. You can, if try with the CLI2 first. If it doesn't work, then use the CLI1. Okay. Now click on click AWS configure, and it will give you prompt. First enter the user ID. Go here. This is the user ID. Sorry, access key ID. Click on that. Then it will come the access key secret. Now remember, after this demo is done, I will be removing this credential. If you try to use the same thing, you will be not able to create your own. Okay. And it's US is 2. US is 2. It is fine. Yeah, JSON. Everything is fine here, right? Okay. Here is 2. And see, our cluster also ready now. I will keep the reference here, and I will just work in another console. But let's first upload the image first. Again, go to ECS. Then let it come. Sorry, not ECS, ECR. See, I also confused. I get confused sometimes. Okay, ECR. There you will get this. Just click on here, and you will see push commands. Now just to enter this, copy paste, and we'll be able to log in. And done. Login succeeded. Now we already built the image. Just tag the image. I'm just following the commands. Is that easy? Next, upload. Uploading may take some time, and in that time we'll be doing some interesting thing. Let it upload. Okay, and in that time we'll go to See, after this uploaded, we will get the final repository, the final image URL. We'll be using that, and actually I have to use that for task definition. Now let's check out how the cluster look like. And go to ECS. Let's see one cluster container instance running. Let's click here. Right now nothing is, no task is running, nothing is running. We just upload, we're waiting for the image to be uploaded, then we will use the image to run the application. Okay. It should not take much time. Since the upload is happening, why not I just explain the application architecture? It's a very simple application, just a hello world application. What do you expect? I'm just expecting, I'm just importing the Express.js node module. I'm using port 8080 or whatever environment port I enter here, or in the env variable. I'm giving host, but I'm not using host just for the tracking, but there's no use of the host part. Then I'm just giving a hello world as a response. Okay. It's just a hello world simple application, but I want to show you how you can easily, containerize any Node.js application and just run it. If you go to Docker file, uh, we are using Node.js 10 image as the that our base image. We are defining our work directory, that is our default directory, and then first copying the package.json, and we are installing all the dependencies. Then we are copying the files and exposing port 8080. Now it could be any port, but yeah, we will define the port. Okay. And we then, after that is done, we will constantly running the cmd. Using cmd command, we will be running the Node.js server. Okay. It's quite simple application architecture. Now, if you don't know about all these things, I have a video about Docker where I have explained in very details what these commands do and everything. Even have a document there also, which will be very useful for you. You should go there. Okay. Now look at the package.json. You just need the Express.js. Okay. So I've shown you the application architecture, I've shown you the Docker file. If you go to Docker ignore, I'm just saying that don't import the node, don't copy the node modules or and the npm debug log. Okay. And in normal git ignore, I'm not uploading everything. So just use this one actually I got from the git itself. That's a very common architecture. It will be easy for you. Okay, just copy paste. It will make sure that no unnecessary files get stored in your GitHub. Okay, GitHub repo. Now let's see. I think now by now it should be uploaded. Okay, I think it's very near. Few seconds maybe. And let's start our task definition. Now go to ECS. I think we are already open in this tab. No, here. ECS. Click on the task definition. Then click on clear task definition. Select the EC2 because we selected EC2 instance type there. Click step. Now define sample node app. It could be anything as per your application. We don't need a task role, task network mode. I will come up with a video explaining everything in details later. But for now, select the default, which is bridge mode. Okay. Now task memory, I don't want to define anything. No task CPU units. Container name, sample node container. I hope now the image is up. Okay, now the image is up. Go here and now go to ECS, sorry, ECR. And we'll just copy paste the image URL here. Okay, not any other fancy stuff. Yeah, here we have our image URI. Copy it here. Though we don't need any private repository because we have already given the permission here. Okay, hard limit, we want to set a soft limit of, say, maybe I don't think it will be more than 1024. I'm even giving it higher. It will never be even more than 500 MB, but just still. Okay, we are using, we'll be using dynamic port mapping, so we'll be giving 0. Okay, and in the container port, we're already exposing port 8080, so use it here. And I think, yeah, rest of everything is good. You can specify CPU unit. I can just give it 500 CPU units. Now units part, I want to explain again. Just go to ECS. Now if you go to cluster and go to ECS instances, there itself you will see here you have CPU available 2048 and memory available 1955. So out of that, you might have multiple instances. You can combine all the units you have available and you can assign here. It will be very easy to calculate that way. 1024 I have assigned memory limit. I think we're done here. Now given 500 units, that is a half CPU. Okay. Working directory, we already defined in the defaults. I think all good. It's just sample application. We don't need to know about everything. But when you actually work with the application, learn about all these options. Go to documentation, they have everything. Okay, and I think yes, looks good. Now create, and it's done. Sample node app. We are done with the creating the basic the task definition, which is a basic step. If you want to run any task, you need the task definition first. So we have created the task definition. Now what we want is want to go to clusters. Okay, now we'll be creating a service. Now you can run as an individual task. If you want to run, that is fine, but normally in production setup we never run as a normal task. We run as inside services, so it will get automatic load balance. You can set the auto scaling policy and everything in there. Now we have the capacity provider also, right? Now I want to show you first the capacity provider. Just click on create, because if you, I want to show another more thing. If you come here and click on EC2, just a moment, click on EC2, you will see they have created auto scaling group, created the VPC and everything for us. See, this is the auto scaling group ID name. If you go here, EC2 and then auto scaling groups, you'll see the auto scaling group details here. Now you still have to mention the minimum and maximum part. Okay, even if you want to use the capacity provider, you have to mention what could be the maximum for this. And I can say for maximum I want not more than 5. In production it could be 50, 100, 2000 is up to your use case, but for our demo purpose we will use 5. That is fine, it's running. Now if we come to ECS and click on create, we can say the capacity provider name, we can say sample node app capacity auto scaling group. You have created. We don't want to manage the manually, is already mapped. We are managing, so we are selling that managing scaling. So if suppose there you have a load and you need more instances, it will just set the desired instance here as whatever is needed, and the scaling will happen that way. Okay. Now go to manage protection. Yes, we want to make sure that ECS manage this. If there is no more tasks running, it should automatically terminate. If it's running, then it will protect the container, the instance. Okay, create, fix the error. Okay, where is the problem? The managed terms and brings in capacity is invalid. To enable managed protection capacity, auto scaling group must insert protection from scale in enabled. Okay, I think I missed that part, but that is fine. Where is that capacity protection? Let's just see the error here once. They're saying the managed termination protection setting for this capacity was invalid. To enable managed termination protection to capacity provider, the auto scaling group must have instance protection from scale in enabled. Okay. Scaling policies. Let's see where we can find that. Termination protection. Yeah. Okay. And I think now we can save it. Still not. Still say sure. Let's confirm that it is saved properly. Let's try to create. We try to enable it. I don't know why it's not working, but why not just refresh this one and see. If it's then not work, we'll just go with the disabled, but we'll see later. Enabled, target capacity 100%. Okay, I think yeah, we are done. And let's create. Okay, let's have the managed emission protection as disabled, and we don't need to be enabled here as well. Let's create. Okay, we are done. Now view in cluster. Now it will not be immediately affected. We have to grab the cluster, then add provider and select it and update it. Now it will be working as usual. Okay. Then we have selected what capacity provider we need, and we had see you can see the minimum size and desired size, max size, everything here. It will be very useful for you. Now come to here, services. Now we have to create the services. Click on create. We have our task definition ready. We'll be using here cluster default strategy. Okay, and there we'll have our, see, by default, since we have capacity providers, it's just, it will not give you the new option. Now we have only one version. We have the cluster name selected. We can say as a Node.js Node app service. It can be anything, but I'm just giving the name. Task, I want 2 tasks to be running. So if any more tasks is needed, it should automatically create one instance if it's needed. Rolling update, I want it to be bin pack. So what is the difference between all this? Is it balance bin pack, or just bin pack? If you select the is it balance, then it will make sure we will be running all the tasks in a different time, availability zone based, which might be costly. Now, if you want to reduce the cost, you can just go for the bin pack. If you want your application to be highly available, which I suggest, if you're running a production application, it should be running in at least one replica in at least. I mean, even if it's a basic application, it's a production, maybe it's some low workload, and you don't have the problem with cost, then you should be running AZ balance. But if you are thinking too much about the cost, then bin pack is good for you. Okay. Then let's go. Here, I need just a load balancer, so make sure that we access the Node.js application properly. Now we don't have any load balancer here, so let us create a load balancer first. It's getting loaded. We don't need service discovery at this moment. We just need the load balancer. We will be creating application load balancer. We'll be naming it as, say, node app LB, node app load balancer. We want port 80 because I'm not using any HTTPS certifications. We have to use that. Now, what VPC have to select? I told you in the beginning. I say I don't cross the string. Just keep a reference of that. You'll have the VPC ID here, FF25. FF25, this one. Select two availability zones. Next, configure security setting. Go to configure security setting. Just copy it here and allow all TCP anywhere. Now, even if you head anywhere, that means just it will just accept not from anywhere. You have a listener port already 80, so it will work like that. But it will create a mapping for dynamic port between this and the ECS instances. I will show you how. Now go to configure routing. Just give it some name. Sample app TG. Done. You don't have to. It will. The ECS will automatically do it for us. Create it. Now I want to make sure one more thing. I think it will be just provisioning, and you will have the availability zones here. Everything you can see here. We were concerned about the security group. We have to make sure that from this load balancer, any request come on any port and it's trying to map between the ECS instance, then it should be able to do that. For that case, we have to allow any port that requests from the load balancer to the ECS instance. How can you do it? Just make sure the group ID, then come to ECS in this place. Now come to here, instances. I have only one instance running. That is easy task for you, but I want to show you in a hard way how you can find it. Just come to ECS. I think it's already here. Just click on the cluster name. Click on ECS instances. It's a little lengthy way, but I want to show you properly how you can easily achieve that part. Now go very right and click on the security group. Here is inbound. We just not need to mention 80. We are allowing all the TCP rule anyway, right? All TCP custom. Just give the security group now of that load balancer, and you're done. You're done. Okay. Now just do a refresh here. It already came, right? Container port. It's showing 8080. Click on that. We can just select the 80 port mapping. And done. Here we need it. We want maximum 2 number of tasks to be running, and design number should be 2. Maximum could be suppose 10. Okay. You get permission to elastic. Just do it on target. We want policy to be CPU. You can say sample app policy scale policy. It could be any name, just up to you. We want to be on CPU utilization. If the target value is 80%, then just scale it. It will increase one number of can say one number of task for it. Okay, but you can do stepwise also. It's up to you. I want to keep it simple, so we'll go by this. Step scaling is actually very easy. Just scale out. Say if you are going for above percent, you have to create the alarm for it, and that will work. In my previous video, I've shown, I think. Okay, now click on next step. Everything is ready. Create service. It will happen one by one. Just give it some time. Yeah, I think it's done. Service become up, and you can see here in the deployments, and so not the deployment actually. Let's go to a cluster. See, I started with only one instance, and since wanted to run two tasks, so the capacity provider automatically manage it and make it two desired instances, and thus automatically the scaling happened. Now you want to see the action is working fine or not, just go to our load balancer and click on the URL here and just run on a separate page and see, and it's working. So that's how easy it is. Now this app image can be anything, and you have to change the setting according to your application need, but that's it. I mean, we covered the ECS, we covered cluster creation, we covered services, we covered capacity, we covered the capacity providers, and I think we covered pretty much to make sure what you need to be up and running. Now next video I'll be showing you more and more depth into microservices approach, and the more into networking parts. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you, and always remember to delete the cluster after you're done with your all the works. Okay, thank you, bye.